The scoreline at the end of the half, you can see 16-12 was how Overpass finished. And that was North's pick. You can see GG.bet understandably leaning towards our favorites.
Let's get a pissed around here, North. I feel like we need it.
Yeah, a necessary start, I think. And it does seem like it'll just be the top take from Heroic. Stown dropping the vent smoke, or is it main? It's main. And in they come. Simple as that. Just bunny hopping in and playing retake now. Oh. Okay.
Very quiet stuff now. This is interesting. So not making any sound cues. There is a player towards the lower bomb side. That will be Lekra, but he's about to get a very, very rough surprise.
Yeah, Decon opens and... Oh, what a great shot. He takes down the bomb carrier. And now, need to see more from Nico. Gay peeking in. He's overwhelmed. The Glock, it keeps hunting. He's got more targets, and Nico's getting them all. Triple kill from the ramp room. Look at that, bodies just littered in the corner. Slumped over, conceded. And a spectacular state of affairs. Leaves Cadian hunting down. It is AZ with a low Tessus retreating into the site. Doesn't look like he's got a chance. The moves were too quick. He's already mantled up, and so AZ's got a high point of elevation to adjust to. Wow, he did adjust. He doesn't necessarily have the time for this. No kit. You can see it's on the ramp there. And that's too far away, too far gone. Tessus will grab it in the end. Nico gets the credit. That is all his handiwork by the fire extinguisher. And it puts Heroic's T round on the board. There we go.
Gosh, this was a good start right here from Lekra. A good shot. Well, that's really all she wrote. And I love that approach from Heroic. Now, I want to talk everybody through this just so you can maybe understand the decision-making that we've seen come out of the Heroic squadron here. When you look at the fact that they get into topside for free, there was not a single player that even tried to contest. What that spells is one thing. They wanted to play retake. So by going down the vent, by changing your avenue, by attacking that lower bomb site as a pack with that information, Heroic were able to apply and catch North off guard, because when you lose the top site in that fashion and MSL spotting a few bodies into the floor, you'd be going, okay, yeah, well, they're going to be planning top. Let's set up our top site retake. Well, the misdirection has caused North to have to retool mid-round, and Nico picks up where he left off.
I don't know how I fancy a scout defending the top take. That's so scary. He's going to give it a good go, though, and, well, Galil runs him down. AZ does have an MP9 in heaven, and it did catch Borup into the side. Poor old Borup's been having a bit of a nightmare of things, really. And this one probably going to be added to the list as Lekra's gone down. AZ just trying to keep hold of what he has. The nade's not going to find him. Heroic off to the start they needed, but force buy from North. And Heroic not giving them any of those early fights in yard that they were hoping for.
I think AZ might be in a little bit of trouble here. Stown from ladder base. Nico's going to bust through the windows in case of emergency. And over from ramp, they even have the presence of Tessus. Not necessary. They will get the kill. MP9 exchange for the MAC-10. So Stown wanting to operate with the CT equivalent. Here's Tessus just coming through main, peppering them on down, pinned behind those bomb boxes, rocking a hard place, as it were. And they will fall. So another great start here for Heroic. Will just have to be these pistol rounds for North with the upgraded HE and a P250 for Lekra. That's all they're operating with. P2K for Cajun, USPs for Gade and MSL.
And not going to stop Stown's vent dive. Getting someone down the vents early really does get these pistols a bit sketchy. It's a very unfavorable duel to be taking. Cadian's actually given a frag away on Squeaky. It will be contested by Tessus, but they can push him. Yeah, he realizes that bomb could be lost here. A lot of pressure. The CTs are grouped on that top site. Nico coming in from main, though, has a huge multi-line up for him. He controls his spray, necessary. And not losing anything along the way. Just the one pick with that P250 then.
Well handled.
Yeah.
I believe MSL is one of the players I've heard from in the past who said how much of a good teammate Nico is. So this is just how deep this Danish rabbit hole goes. There was an Optic roster, and that's the Optic that has just been reacquired by Hex, if you're following Call of Duty. And that team, for one period of time, had Refresh. We spoke to him from Mad Lions today. MSL is the in-game leader. Tessus and Nico, the two players you now see on Heroic. And Config of Complexity fame. Quite the star-studded Danish team that never really achieved a lot. That was at the same period of time as Cadian was on North. So if that really doesn't help you with the storylines, I don't know what will. The Danish scene, they seem to chop and change.
Cloud9 12, Virtus Pro 14.
Okay, well, be keeping our eyes on that one there. That is Cloud9's map pick. Double digits is better than they're showing on Inferno. But the secret wall smokes here from Heroic as they look to cross on down, but Nico in front of it. They want to go for a top split, so through main. Is AZ ready?
I think so. Getting at least the first, and Tessus onto AZ, but at great price. Now puts him practically on notice. He's in such an open position as well. He wants to provide some help to his team, but just staying alive, his presence enough. Doesn't really know where he wants to be dropping this util. Trying to draw attention away from him. He will live to fight the other day. Oh, what a catch. Cajun just unloads into the spray, or into the smoke, excuse me. And the bomb's going to be stopped surely by that door swing of Gade. It's down. Got it all to do. He's not in a rush, and he did hear the sound cue. Knows Cajun's gone his way. Could get the first here as he patrols. It's a good adjustment. So the first of many, perhaps, as he does spot out another. It could very well be the top pivot. Tessus goes down, maybe's down. Can find another 1v1. He wins it out, takes down Lekro. And now wants to try and pivot through the vents. It's his best bet for the top side, but Gade, he's waiting on the other side, and he's just chosen to go up the vents to secure it. Good decision-making from Gade. You can't really fault that. That's perfect. Both of his kills instrumental in securing the first for North.
Yeah, that was the only avenue that North had left open, and Gade well aware of that, able to plug up the hole, and I'll put the first round on the board. So a timeout will be called for Heroic. They need to just discuss their options. They have enough money to buy, but it really depends on what they see as a pressure point. Stound's done a good job here to find a couple of kills and keep it interesting. With only 2 players surviving, North will have to drop some guns across. And you can see here, Gade, perfect timing, just getting up the ladder as Stound comes climbing to his death. Timeout about to expire. First one of the second map. And the buy hasn't happened for Heroic yet. So maybe they want to go for a pace change, knowing that guns have to be dropped on the top site. You could go for some MAC 10s, some Tech 9s, and keep residual cash. You don't necessarily need the AK-47s when you're going for a top rush. But now that we see them buying on in with 7 seconds remaining, it is 5 AK-47s. I don't think we'll be seeing a top set piece by any means. Happy to be proven wrong. I love a bit of a fast top. They've become a lot more complicated in recent times than they used to be back in the day, especially in the likes of Source and 1.6, where you just nade open door, smoke off main, and throw some flashes and hope. Shotgun top of hut. Cajun's got the weakest weapon in the server right now, but he's put it in one of the most potent positions. They're setting up some
I don't see stack nades used from these positions often.
I think we saw it the other day against Na'Vi, but definitely not against North. And no one's home on top of the silos, so...
It's cool. I'd have been super mad if I backflipped off the site to a stack nade. They do re-smoke Squeak, so shaving even more time off the clock.
Okay, well, now that they know that nobody's on top of the silo, we're likely to see a Molotov behind it, a Molotov top hut, smoke towards main, smoke towards potentially heaven, and away they go. They're lining them up now.
This could be a different look from Heroic. Here they go. 3 smokes released. Gade hoping that he has the power position. Yeah, they weren't ready for that. He's trying to transfer down into the site. Knows there's one on the vents. That bomb's loose. Down to the Glock. He even gets it. Trying to recover a weapon. Something with ammo. Finds the M4. They know Gade is tucked in on that vent. Finally, he's been found through the wallbang. A hot wallbang. Converting a crucial frag into the site. Lekro meets Nico. And MSL has to win it all. It is a 1v2. Manageable. Bomb was vents. And Nico peeking into the AWPer. MSL to clutch. It's up against Cadian. Ex-teammates meeting with their signature weapons. 18 seconds in the bomb's vents. Cadian has to practically walk into this. And MSL doesn't miss. Huge win. 3 kills in the round and a 1 versus 2 for the in-game leader of North.
He's won another one.
It's broken him.
Yeah, that's some wild stuff. It's not often you see MSL winning clutches like that, and he has 2 in 2 maps, so good stuff from MSL. I really like this approach from Heroic. I was actually just looking back on it. You see that smoke towards top hut? That's also to obscure the vision. So they had 3 smokes there. 1 in front of the vent, 1 on top of the hut, and 1 towards main. They also had a smoke over towards heaven. It's quite the curious executor. I would love to break that one down in a little bit more detail later in the day, as it will be Heroic just down to these pistols. Made it across.
Very, very comfortably across, just as those words leave my lips. Down, loses the majority of his health and, well, the majority of his teammates, potentially. Gade's already got 1. And there goes all the util of the round. Just a Molotov for them to retrieve off Stound's corpse. The smoke gone, lost to smoke, a flash as well. It's all gone down the drain here for Heroic. A chance, a very small chance. Cadian versus Cajun. It's one out by the shotgun close quarters. Not many surprised by that. Now, when you've got full 60 seconds to work with, you don't feel too rushed and hope that the misstep or a misplay comes in from this North setup.
Yeah, damage is the name of the game for Heroic right now. Just onto these pistols. If they can get a plan or get a few more kills, they'll be happy with that. It was almost a full investment. So MSL continuing some good form from that first half. Borup's going to get a kill onto Lekro, but I think on 7 HP, we can probably call this one done. He's going to flash out. More sound cues. They know exactly where he is. 30 seconds now. This would be a remarkable clutch.
Oh, come on. I wasn't even ready to build the clutch. I was ready to see if he can get another frag, but even
saved?
that, it feels like he's just maneuvered into a position to save.
Okay, well, the loss...
So 24.
Yeah, we won't see a buy from Heroic in the next round, so at least they'll have this M4 to work with, as long as he doesn't push too far. If he keeps going, AZ will take that out of his hands, and he'll be very happy to do so. 3, 2, 1. Okay, Borup. Yeah, you get to hold on.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't stand up, and there it is. So 3-3, the scoreline tied on up, and this is the shot from Cajun. Got nice little adjustment here. As you can see, Cajun was the one firing first, so Cajun making sure he mopped up any of the issues towards lobby, and if he went down, then we may have had a round. So
Cajun mopped up, you said, like a cleaner.
That's an old one. We haven't had to use that one in a while.
Yeah, I mean, Cajun hasn't been on our screens in a while.
Yeah, that is very true.
Where have they been, man? North used to be a big part of the conversation in pursuit of playoffs, and well, two big events qualified recently. MSL told us about that. Beijing is one of them.
I definitely didn't think we'd see Heroic buying into this. So 3 rifles.
It's got legs, but
2 rifles.
They've lost some of their legs. MSL's taken 2 of the hardest hitters down. That's the rifles and yard. Nullified. Necro retreating off. Stound's hoping to punish. Oh.
He's been heard.
He has. MSL and Lekro both suddenly pivot. Such a tempting possibility. Only Borup finding a frag. He'd have to do a whole lot more than that. They're coming from ramp, and they're coming in a large capacity. 3 of them. Cajun, a bomb plant would be lovely, considering they invested. Getting 800 apiece is a lovely upgrade to the finances. So they'll take that and a couple more kills just to make it feel worthwhile, losing some of their hardest hitters so early into the piece. Cadian's chances of a P250 frag are high in that vent drop, but they are primarily coming out that ramp, and now they're flooded into the site, and yeah, Borup double peaked. Surely going to get someone on that bomb. One more kill from Caden, he'll be happy with that. A chance, but squandered. So we do see the round go the way of North. That's going to be 4 on the board for the CT side of Nuke. And cash-wise, you know what, Chad? It's kind of worked out. By getting the bomb down, they've enabled them to have technically another if they desire. If they want all the bells and whistles, you can go for that Tech 9 half buy, and that's what the timeout's for to talk about.
Yeah, and I think that they should, because the the Heroic that I'm seeing at the moment probably would just force buy and just go in with some Galils and some nades. The Heroic I want to see is the one that's take the partial buy right now.
Fakey boys are coming.
Yeah, try and get your vent drop, try and get your secret smokes, play with the rotations, start to really get in North's head instead of offering all these heads-up duels. Because if you're losing heads-up duels to these players on North in the fashion you are, it means one thing. They've read your strat book. They know what type of maneuvers you're going for, and they're ready and raring to go. So string these rounds out a little bit. I had the same concerns over there on Overpass, but North are doing a good job, and that has all been facilitated by the clutch of MSL. So the in-game leader is finding impact. So it will be one of these partial buys from Heroic. Left himself with a lot of cash. Most players hovering around that 2K mark. Mac 10, Tech 9s, Deagle, utility. Early smoke grenades come out towards Yard. And that's going to be flubbed because of the CT side Molotov. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that battle towards Yard as well. They're going top though, popping out.
Whoa. Yeah, they spread real quick, real wide. AZ got so many targets. He's getting dinked by Mac 10 through smokes, and it's MSL that actually hit that shot onto Borup. Now they've got the one-way lined up, but AZ's lost his life, and Cadian suddenly has a weapon and a real shot at the round. They're going lower.
MSL's coming though. No way, it's Lekro.
Yeah, but he's going to push so fast. I don't even know if Testis is ready for this. He's not at all. They could defuse this. Uh-oh, Tessus just gets caught. And now the CTs have full control. What are you supposed to do? This feels like a whole role reversal. There's still a smoke on the site. Fake. Do you call the bluff or do you check it? You have to. A little bit of a spray, but MSL holds the tight line. Now Cadian's come down and it's not planted for him. Spots him. And a double deagle doesn't find the frag. MSL adjusts in time and they have it. 5 for North. Another monumental play from MSL. Do you see that line he held? Just fakes it and goes just a little wider. Nico has to go and confirm that the bomb's not being defused in that line of sight, and bang, Bob's your uncle. Tessus being chased down by Lekro too. They were a bit discombobulated. Like you know how often when the bomb goes down, we say, and now it favors the T's. Yeah. As soon as that bomb went down, it favored the CTs.
Oh, well, Heroic drop another round, but it was just that partial investment. They have to go up against the AWP of MSL and now the AUG of Gade. 3 M4s and lots of damage done to Nico early. So this is looking very good for North. The GG.bet odds at the top of your screen, they're heavily favoring Heroic in this one. And for good reason, they are the world #1 right now.
Hard to dispute. That is one hideous AK-47, so 10 points to Stown, finding the ugliest skin in the game. And I thought the frontside Misty was bad.
People actually like that, it's strange.
MSL fancies his chances, and just as the smoke blooms, he gets one opportunity. They're meeting in the smoke, and Tessus has managed to walk straight past AZ and get a frag. Should be AZ to find it, and nice observing rush. He caught every single one of them. Just Lekro and AZ now, and into the site was AZ, past tense, courtesy of Stown. Lekro digging his heels into spawn as he looks to hold on to what little he has. He knows there's a very, very wide net being spread out by Heroic. Nico, look at him hunting with Stown. There should be no way Lekro gets the both of them. Or up to distract, Nico to finish it off. Very powerful little box.
Cadian's coming as well, so as long as they don't lose the AWP, this is all good for Heroic here. Lekro staying in plain sight. Thought he might have tried to tuck all the way back into spawn there, but Nico finishes him off. And good stuff from Nico, not getting ahead of himself. After Stown went down, he might have actually considered going forward, but you can see the timing on this. Fantastic replay. Tessus just getting past AZ there, and I think AZ was trying to plug that gap with his presence.
Yeah. No, I mean, he actually just got temporarily blocked, but when you're blocked in the smoke, you have no way of I mean, unless you're looking at your minimap icon and you see I'm not moving forward anymore, that's the only way you're going to actually feasibly read that, and that's the last place you're staring when you're walking through a smoke on yard.
Well, that's their first round in the last 6, Heroic, and that's forced North to take a timeout as the scoreline now is 5-4 in favor of North. But for how long can they hold on to this lead? We have Nico, 10 kills for him, 9 for Stown, 7 for Tessus, 4 for Burrup, and 3 for Cadian. For North, it's 10 for MSL, 7 for AZ, 6 for Gade, 5 for Lekro, and 3 for KHB down the bottom there. Timeout has been taken, and North looks like they will be opting just to go for a partial investment of their own. A couple of deagles so far. That's all they're boasting going into round number 10. And this should be Heroic tying things up at 5-5. We don't see them drop too many anti-eco rounds, old Heroic. Not the type of team to be losing to just some upgraded pistols. The Stown has taken a very forward position early, straight in towards Hut. Has Gade up on the rafter and KHB directly above him. Gets a chance to fight Gade. Will not confirm, has to smoke his escape as Stown is actually going to hang around. So they know what they're up against now. He would have noted the pistol, and that information can be relayed to the rest of the team. Once you know what type of a buy that you're up against, you can work out your best avenue of attack, and it looks like they want to poise a couple through Squeaky.
I mean, this is going to be down to just avoiding KHB's Desert Eagle headshots. There's 2 deagles in play, one of them's Yard, and well, Cajun and AZ have both found a frag, finally. Something for Heroic. You say they don't throw these away too often. AZ's found another with a USP, and now a miss from Cadian. Oh, it's getting sketchy as hell. He hopes Nico to bail him out. CTs might dunk MSL with a nade. It's actually a wallbang from Cadian that finds him. This is scary Counter-Strike now. AZ somehow, well, I'm sure we'll see it in the replay, gets 2 with a USP. Now they've got to try and piece a round back together again. Bomb lost, Cadian going round the world. I kind of like it, you know. Nobody's ready for a heaven push. Nico keeps their attention drawn. If he gets Gade, okay, even better. Now nobody's going to be staring at Cadian and AZ. Oh no, the sound cue! Cadian prematurely presses his eye to the scope and it's enough for AZ's ears to slap him with the 180. Has he spotted him on the jump? Nico gets it. Can he get the bomb? He can. Lekro up the vent. Nico just trying to save Heroic as a left IP. Gets the spray. The Deagle, 2 bullets. But not enough. Orb can't be retrieved. Heroic, by the skin of their teeth, survive the anti-eco.
I started that round by saying Heroic, they don't tend to lose those, and I felt like I just had to eat my words there for a second. I cannot believe that Nico bowed them out of that one. North are doing a good job of making this competitive, and that's a great shot there from AZ. Cadian, you're right, he's scoped. AZ's heard that. He's flicked around on that sound cue and been able to put a very winnable round for North. But no, Nico says no. Cool, calm, and collected, of course. As the buy will come on out. Aggressive towards Yard now. AZ's pushing forward. He might get the timing on this.
He might, and he does. Oh, colossal. Triple round-winning spray down in the first 10 seconds of play.
Oh, Stown and Borup.
Yeah, I mean, I like it.
Come on now.
Give it all she's got. Lekro is completely overextended, and so he will be punished for... And the fact that Stown didn't lose too much health, perhaps that can be celebrated. But Borup... Ooh.
This is 2 unnecessary deaths.
It is.
Very unnecessary deaths so far from both Lekro and AZ. All they had to do was turtle up.
No way back in for this. I mean, look. They have utility. It's a single smoke grenade and the bomb's Yard. You have no idea how it's being held. Gade's gone all the way around to secret stairs. He confirms the bomb's still there. But 60 seconds and the smoke will be main. That's Stown's choice. Cajun caught on the hot push. Suddenly a 2v5 has become a 2v2.
Oh no.
Gade is still on that secret push. If Stown was to peek off this box, he might have a little bit of a chance. No, not to be this time. Jumps across and avoids the orb shot. Gade's peek, though, and shuts it down. My God, is this one getting a little too out of hand. MSL warehouse, Gade on secret stairs. Borup knows where they both are. And down, spotted. MSL, if he goes down, very vulnerable. 13 seconds. He's got to get to the bomb site. Gade's going to charge up that vent. 8 seconds. Oh, he spots him, tucks away. Can he get the bomb down in time? Gade stops it. The bomb goes down, so they get a couple of kills. It's actually worked out significantly better than how it started.
Oh, considering AZ kills 3 within the first 10 seconds of the round, and then we find ourselves in what feels like a winnable 2-on-2 for Stown and Borup there, with MSL walking away with only 8 points of health. That one really got out of control really, really quickly. And I said that they were unnecessary deaths from AZ and Lekro, and I think you'll catch them here. Lekro didn't need to hang around once this smoke had dissipated. He could have tucked on him back towards ramp. AZ did not need to continue to fight towards top of heaven. Sure, he had the favor there of the smoke. Sure, he was trying to see if he could go for that ace. But in doing so, they almost lose a round. And that could have been unforgivable. As Heroic, they are... lucky to make a round of it, lucky to get the plant themselves, because they're actually up against the North here to play, here to fight. Guns come back out. That plant, very, very helpful. Cadian with the big green. We'll have to find Lekro over towards ramp here. He's on his lonesome right now. There's no close rotation. And this is the boost that we saw Mad Lions doing. And it works, but Lekro down to 2. Pressure on. MSL cannot help. Good utility usage here from Heroic.
Yeah, Tassis is low. Nico even lower. He has still found the frag, and MSL just swallows that flashbang, standing his ground. He does not want to give this up. Heroic, though, with the full control of Heaven now. They use another flash to confirm that there's no info there. Nico to wrap around and be responsible for lobby. It's not going to be easy with his HP, but neither will holding the inner sight. Poor old Lekro. 2 HP. As the first port of call. Agent does stop the lobby push, or rather the lobby hold. And then they start walking into Lekro's position. If he can get anything damaged, that's something. With such low HP, he's contributed as best he can. Bomb down, door held, Stown opens it up, and Cajun actually looking to save.
It's the right play here. North still have an opportunity to win out this half. If they lost these weapons, there would be no chance. And that is because the previous gun round. They got so close, a 2-on-2 situation. Meant that they had to reinvest, had to drop some guns, and this is well handled here from Heroic. I love seeing that boost, and it was also the same smoke. So there's a new smoke, and maybe I missed it, but as teams are hitting ramp right now, it's quite deep, and it opens up multiple avenues to try and attack the ramp room. You can either peer out left behind the boxes, take your duel towards ladder there, or use it to cover off space on the right-hand side near that garage door. Thank you very much for the camera angle here. That smoke that we saw land a little bit earlier in the piece, it takes away the potency of the AWP swinging in from ladder base, couple of Molotovs to hold them at bay, and you can see exactly what Heroic are able to do with that. 6-6 now, the scoreline is tied up. And if they win this one, well, it's only going to be 1,900 in the next round for North, which would mean there won't be a buy possible. The fact that they've held on to 3 guns, there's that smoke for you. You can see how close they all are to that wall. So it also opens up longer duels for the ramp player. And we see with most ramp players, they spot and then they fall. You want to kind of play quite conservative. Most will try and go for 1 kill or do some damage. And if they have a player who can help them out from ladder base, they'll re-aggress for more. But if it can be handled in the way that Heroic did just there, and similar scenes as to how we saw Mad Lions doing it just the other day, there's no way to fight that. It's a quick pace here. Stand, straight out and down.
You got it. There we go. All right, MSL, what do you do when you're mollied off red? You stand your ground and fight. That's the plan anyway. Tessus has lined up his smoke. I wonder if they flash this. He's actually going to re-aggress. It's so perfect. Heroic lining up their nades. MSL has really impressed me today. It's a good catch from Borup, though. 4-on-3. MSL's AWP continues to be a nuisance. And that's enough for Heroic to scrap those plans. I'm always satisfied, and I've never got to this point as an AWPer. Obviously, it's when you really are in the Matrix. But when you're holding lines to punish smoke lineups, you're a rat. I saw Simple doing it on long. Like, he was holding an angle that's exclusively on overpass for the people that line up that long smoke. AWPers do it, and look what MSL's doing with his. He's caught another. Cajun from lobby with the blowing up of the squeaky door.
Yeah, this should be 7. And there it is. So another shotgun kill for Cajun. He's going to find his 6th. Just on the point that you're making there about AWPers. Oh, I've hit the spare headset next to me. Apologies, everybody at home. Is I think the best example, Alex, for people is probably that train setup where the CTs do. They have the AWPer hard up on the high ramp wall, pushed up a little bit, and you have the rifler close on high ramp looking at low ramp. And that's that angle you see them kind of, they just jiggle out to throw a smoke, thinking they could dip it a little bit deeper, and they always get picked off. And that's a very good lineup there that AWPers take advantage of. But yeah, you're right. MSO, he is impressing today. He has been a key factor.
He's clutched on both maps, multi-frags with the AWP, a couple of unnecessary or unwanted misses, but for someone that's really taking to this role now, he's been playing it for the majority of the year. Definitely looking comfortable on the Zoom banger. Last few rounds of our second map of the first game today. New group stage. We've done A into B. The opening stages of Group B sees North and Heroic head-to-head. There is potential for a winner of this match versus the winner of the G2 game to follow.
That'll be a big one.
Yeah, that's G2 NIP coming up after the break, or rather after this series. Could very well be a third.
Oh, nice approach from Lekro. Very deep nade, uses the sound and the space, and has MSL here to pick up a freebie.
Nice. And again with the bomb. I swear Heroic like to lead with the bomb. Often see it lost in uncomfortable and compromising situations, and that's a death exclusively because of that bomb retrieval. It's now dropped even further forward. And this round, I've got a foreboding feeling for the Danes. Nice work from Tessus. Notice how his movement has evaded AZ at least.
They should definitely know his position.
God, Tessus, that's not easy. He tries the long-range feedy-fitty. I mean, he had to. Brings AZ down to 42, but this one requires some brilliance. Down fakes the vent dive.
I think North are on for at least 9 here. They're looking great.
Oh, over the Molotov. MSL getting ambitious, and just as Chad, the caster curse has been summoned. AZ heads up heaven, and the bomb that was so hard to retrieve for so much of this round is now walking in towards the top site. AZ, the only man to defend it. You check it, don't you?
Oh, they both drop vent.
They do. It's loud. Lekro knows he's got a smoke.
Good position.
Should be good for 1. The second as well. Great positioning from Lekro. Reactive play. And he grabs the ugliest AK he can find. 8-6. Last round of this Nuke half. And now you said they're good for 9, Chad. I can't help but agree.
I think that Heroic here, if they just have to force on in, it will be the Tech 9 sense. the MAC-10s at best, but here's Cadian. And this has happened for both teams. If you remember Overpass, North did a similar problem where they actually had the bomb get thrown forward in Monster, and then they tried to reclaim it. It got thrown even further forward. Well, same issue here for Heroic over towards Ramp. So a great round to win, and a couple of mistakes here for Heroic. We don't normally say that. They are struggling against their rivals of North. So fast they go, crossing Secret easy with a lot of damage. Nico and Cadian both peppered on down. 21 for Nico, Cadian half HP, 48. But they managed to get 4 players down, and Gade, he wants to stop that. Dinked, but gets 1.
Good pace to it. They're both up there, though, and the Fakey boys still have theirs down, albeit smoked off now. Easy, make sure of that.
Oh, just shy. Yeah, Cade thinks better of that. Get on out of there, mate. If Lekra, if you backpedal too far, the window, it's broken. Oh, and so's his head. They could molly Gade's position here. They have 3 to operate with on the lower site.
Is he the only one that's really that much of a threat? I mean, MSL still paranoid about the ramp. Borup has the Molotov lineup for ramp, though. Not for dark. Is it?
Oh, wow. Perfect stuff.
That's a really nice lineup. Just perfectly arriving and forcing Gade out of his hidey hole. Now through the smoke, Testis arrives. They're making it work. Just this full investment, Tech9's, Deagle's armor, but AZ and MSL disagree. Borup a crucial frag, the AWP shut up. Zips his lips with his 50 cal round. Now Cadian is dancing with Cajun. He doesn't have the health for this. He's been finished off, and that head gets knocked off. A haircut from Cajun Bees, trimmed Borup down, and finishes it off with a nice little strafe. 9 secured. It's what North were wanting. You can see Jumpy there in his POV. We heard rumors that they've got the full 5 POVs in front of Jumpy's face as he guides them to 9. A 9-6 half. Taking a break. We'll be back to see if they can take us to a 3rd.
Of my mind, trying to find a story to believe. And I've been getting sick of how I'm spending all my time, searching for a way to find relief. And I can stay inside, go to sleep, but I feel like I need to let go. And I can spin a web of any story that I like, but tonight I wanna make a masterpiece. Stepped out looking like a small fire, half glass and filled with desire. Head down, but I know I can't deny it. Life is fun when you're a liar. That I've been told I'm gonna paint a new reality. It doesn't take a lot to turn a person into gold. Yeah, I've been getting good at alchemy. And you can stay inside in the dark, but without it you never let go. And when you're done with hiding and you wanna have control, you and I can find a perfect fantasy. Stepped out looking like a small fire, half glass that filled with desire. Head down, but I know I can't deny it. Life is fun when you're a liar. Running.
We're back in action, getting this one started. Day 6, IEM Beijing. We're on Nuke, and it is a Danish derby. Seeing some, I don't want to say mechanical god, no, but MSL certainly has been bringing his AWPing prowess, clutching, and his ragtag squad, posting 9 on CT side Nuke. Now, that's CT side Nuke, Chad.
Yeah, and look, I've been quite happy with what I'm seeing here. I wasn't sure what level we were going to get out of North today. I think in map number 1, Heroic made a couple of boo-boos, and that allowed North to get back into this. And now, well, they're poised to potentially pick up map number 2. We've seen how close this one is in the past between these two teams, and they are sitting pretty. They've invested in a lot of utility here on the pistol, and we're already seeing a bunch of that thrown out. Nade towards Squeaky, smoke to obscure the vision towards the door, and Borup, he's going to tuck on in.
Needs one. Clean double from Borup. Sweeps him under the rug, and he ain't done. Finishes and taps away at a third, and the flurry of frags keeps being blue on brown. Cadian's the last name on the list. He takes Gade out, and that's a quick full Kevlar CT pistol working out.
Yeah, it felt like North had utility for everything but the CT vent. There was a molly behind the bomb box. The flashes were good. We've seen similar approaches out of teams like Godson in the past, where they leer and lurk through that smoke and just pounce with the flashbang. But you can see Borup, easy as you like. Hello, turn your head. I'll take him off. And that's going to be 7 now for Heroic, as North, without the plant, they have to go for the full eco. They don't want to force spy. Nobody investing a penny. $0 spent across the team, as this should just be a bit of an eco farm. If Borup can find some with that shotgun, fantastic for the cash going forward. You already seen 1 AUG for Cadian within the early stages. Easy leaping to his death. Cadian's found one, down on the cleanup out. Squeaky. And that'll be all she wrote. So the only gun that they lost there was that shotgun in the hands of Borup. It's not the end of the world. And a couple of notes here, you were talking about it in the pre-game, is the AUGs that we see. We know Tassus likes to rock one, and Nico as well. Nico tucks himself deep into that warehouse. Cadian, once he gets the AWP going, not too shabby. And the scoreline now 9-8. So North still lead, but this is the round we want to all be keeping our eyes on. Gade's actually opted for a Galil here so we can get full utility. Keep that in mind. And the buy, it's a little bit all over the place still for Heroic, and MP9 for Borup. They are looking good for round 18. We get things underway. Standard exchange of utility here. Oh, big nades into Squeaky. Look at Cajun crunch down to 19 while Gade's gone down elsewhere.
Yeah, some players really have that in their flight paths to play behind that red container, because it's such a fantastic way to hold the hut push, to jiggle Squeaky. But if you do work that out, if you can get that nade off early, it's a guaranteed bit of chunk to Cajun B, operating at just 19. And now with a full 5 hearts beating at maximum capacity, North have to overcome a disadvantage here. And he takes a chance, takes a gamble, takes the spray, and misses out. It was AKV FAMAS, so Tessus has done very well to not take a single point of damage throughout all of that. But look at Letcro sneaking down, and AZ, that's the precision we knew he's capable of. I think Tessus realizes he's just going to have to concede it. They have the numbers. Why fight? Why give them the way back into the round? And Nico was perfectly waiting for that secret walk-up. Albeit passively, it is going to deter the ramp drop.
All right, well, North, this was the first gun round, and it's fallen very flat. Cajun low HP means that he's not going to be operating with much confidence, and it looks like Heroic want to take the fight to them. So on that throw of the nade, Borup chases up the ladder, but Cajun finds him. So information aplenty. Heroic at least know where the attack's coming from. Oh, nice shot.
Great shooting. AZ finding the headshot. That could hurt, though. Oh, he's going to get it down just as the nade blows up. So now Cajun's in an awkward spot. One of them can hold it, and the other, well, he's screwed. There's a molly as well. Where do you go, Cajun? 3, 2, 1.
Okay, well, honestly, if they didn't get that plant down, that would have been an absolute disaster for North. But now, check out the money situation. They're able to drop guns across. They're able to make a buy work. So Heroic fumbling there, and that was based off a great shot from AZ as he's pushed out that hut smoke. They will take a timeout, their second of this game, to talk things through. And this is where the action was initially. Tassus finding a kill through the smoke. AZ getting the bomb down there with 8 seconds remaining. Nico's nade just a little bit too late. And that means that North can stay threatening. Who the bloody hell is that from Heroic?
was going to ask the same thing. I'm glad it's not just me.
Did
is
they
that?
announce they had a new coach?
I don't know. Well, we've got none in the coach column for Heroic.
Sorry, what?
So there's a new man on the block.
Someone let us know who that was.
Why do I feel like a complete twat now?
I'm just like, is that a fan?
No, it can't be.
Was that a fan?
Can't be a fan.
He's got a
Cal.
jersey.
Yeah, exactly. He felt more official. He looked like he had, some skin in the game.
Okay. Someone help us out. Tweet at us. You know our handles.
Bloody hell going on, Dan? What is going on here?
Okay, well, North are able to buy again. We're tied up at 9-9, round 19. 3 Galils this time. AWP for Cadian and no Augs. And we'll get to the bottom of that mystery. Don't you worry, everybody. We'll get there.
Oh, that tickles me. Just both me and you just like, should we know who that is?
Sorry, what?
Good nade. Lecro tagged down a little bit on softened up for the potential. I can't believe Nico is willing to just take that AK jiggle for a while. Look at this. He is truly holding yard with the AK-47. Admittedly, he knows it's as unlikely to see an AWP. Those North have been kept humble. So it's at least a fair duel. I like this lineup. Looks relatively easy to remember. And your outside smoke's provided. And he actually wants to throw out one of his own. I'm intrigued to know, yes, secret. One way to guarantee that there's no one walking through it. Hadn't thought about that. Yeah, they're spraying my smoke. They're probably not down.
Well, Nico's done a lot of work towards Yard.
They're mollying it. They're really not down there, dude. I've solved the mystery. $300 is all it cost me.
All right, AZ's actually taken down Nico, so he's gone down.
Oh.
And that's 300 to AZ, so money on both sides.
Huh? Oh, he went back into main. Gets punished.
So there's 45 seconds on the clock. Working at a number disadvantage here, Heroic, and this is an important round. Their money's not great.
Not at all. Down, gets himself a fresh magazine, and AZ, first one in. How does Tessus get that and get away? He's still on the rafters. No one home on CT vent. They'll go on the flash. Both vulnerable to it. They swing it in. Need to control the spray.
Oh,
magnificent from Heroic. A flurry of bloodshed. All brown falling.
Death from above.
Yeah, death from above indeed. Look what it's done to the boys from North. They've got a little bit of leeway. Gade 57 and 45 for Cajun, but not everyone. So did Tessus get flashed and just keep spraying? It didn't look like it did enough. They just get to unload the full mags, and you can see Tessus in his dark cave.
He loves it, Doug,
I
doesn't he?
can't believe he's doing it. It's like the full DreamHack experience. He wants the lights off. He's actually wants
dark
a
curtains.
DJ in the distance just shouting Swedish words, the hard style.
Now, I found out, thanks to Philip in production room, he let us know who it is.
Okay.
It's Nikolai Hansen, also known as Hani, the team manager.
Hani.
So he's there in lieu of Hunden, maybe just keeping the boys in check. As MSO, he's made it out of hut, and he's even found an opening. The in-game leader wants to do it all. AWPing, entering, calling, the captain. He's actually given them a chance in this round because Gade's been able to find a frag. Stown's been tagged through the smoke. Real problems here for Heroic. They've lost track of North, and they've got ramp control.
Okay. So with full ramp control, one would assume you descend, and that's the responsibility of Nico. Now, can't help but feel with the full 60 seconds, you're going to want to try and drop your util, but he doesn't want to reveal his location. Now he's been found out. He does take down Gade, but
They can win this.
they can.
Probably will.
Well, that's a bit of a stretching of the truth. Stown has got there in time to swing open this door and be a threat. Now, a flash is good. A molly dark would be better. Necro in limbo, found out, isolated. You can see Stown procedurally working out where these afterplant positions are. He does have the incendiary for dark. He's not even checking it. Cajun just swings out and collects a freebie, and Cadian's going to save. He's been very kept quiet on Nuke.
Yeah, and Cadian only operating with 6 kills will think better of going for that one because he has 2 angles to find with the AWP. It's often that if he does get close enough to find a jewel, he might just flub his shot. No time to get the scope up. It's a difficult weapon to use. You miss, you're dead in most occasions. And that's an eco loss. And I think that that was heavily facilitated by MSL taking a massive risk out of the squeaky door there. I know that there was a secondary kill that came in from Gade, but the opening from MSL was huge in this one. And you're right, they did have a lot of utility, and for whatever reason, didn't opt to use it towards dark. Now, we could see where they were operating from, and it's, I guess, the handy thing of having X-ray. But Heroic have dropped one of those rounds they say they tend not to lose, but it was a low buy. So a tactical timeout required, and the last of Heroic being used here. So they are really being pressured right now. North are doing a great job of keeping this close, keeping it competitive, and forcing Heroic to respect them. 20 kills for AZ leading the charge, 16 for MSL. Once again, impressing us here behind the caster desk. 11 for Gade, 10 apiece for Lekro and Cajun. For Heroic, it was Stown leading with 19. You have 19 as well for Nico. 14 for Tessus and Burrup, and Cadian with only 6. So yeah, very, very quiet.
So double AWPs on the CT side of Nuke. There's a conversation to be had as to the viability of it when something quick is thrown your way.
Don't let them plant.
Yes, bomb down does make the save all the more enticing. Especially when you've got over $9,000 in 2 weapons. That's AKs for everyone. Oh, Nico gets wallbanged and Cajun couldn't find the vent. That is funny. He's just been spotted. Admittedly, he still has the map controls. Down still has to respect it. As comical and clowny as it looks, Down sweeping for him. Oh, and he flubbed his shot here.
Some big misses.
Now he's taking the awkward duel, close quarters with an AWP. Cajun's gone down decon.
He has to swing back eventually. He can't wait here all round. So this is going to be a standoff. Who moves first? Who blinks? And
meantime, Yard being tested. Cadian had multiple targets closing in on him and he misses his chance. A tag from Stown, that's crucial. Wins out on the under-presence. Means that the 4 versus 3 is maintained, but AZ's working on heaven. And I don't know how prepared Tessus is for this. He's looking the right direction and he actually gets that frag. He was coming up the ladder backwards. Admin, he's doing it backwards. Just Gade and MSL coming in from main. Admittedly, Nico very low. Should be the ignition to start the engines of this 2 versus 4. The sound cue, but Nico peeks on it and takes off MSL's head. It's all over. It's 11 for Heroic. And they do so cleanly. Maintain both the AWPs. Everyone's a winner.
Okay, so that's a big pickup towards the tail end of that round because things were getting dicey for Heroic again. Their money was bottom of the barrel. And walking away with this one is Cajun. A little bit awkward in the smoke. He's, they can see me. I better get away very quickly. Eventually, Stown finishes him off, but it was an awkward duel. And this kill right here, you're right. It was hugely important for Tessus to win that. Oh, that actually hit him in the noggin. So Tessus with a lot of impact. Cadian getting fired up. Didn't do his hair today. Maybe he slept in.
I mean, I'm sure everyone's got their own, what do you call them, superstitions? Like, for example, I'm convinced that I hit headshots better when I need to pee.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
How's that one working for you lately?
Well, I mean, I haven't played much CS recently. I'll be honest. I think I played about 1, maybe 2 matchmaking games. I don't have any friends.
You want to play tonight, Rush, with Alex?
Yeah, sure. You want to play some Danger Zone, Alex?
Wait, no, I meant do you, me, and I thought the 3 of us.
I want to play Counter-Strike.
Anyway, Jay's observing that Vitality game. Send him a message, Rush. We'll see if we can get him on as well.
Yeah, I'll see if he's about. It's no worries.
Okay, well, there's the bent elbow, and
ouch,
that's a lot of damage.
Huge amount of damage. 4 of them are making their way down, though.
Someone's here already.
Downy. Nothing. Completely dry from MSL. He hoped the pace would be enough to catch them off guard, and the fact that Stown's trying to hit that pin of a head is testament to his confidence in his ability. Tucked into dark now. Multiple targets starting to overwhelm, but Stown holds his ground. He is mollied out. Hoping AZ peeks in the flame. Go on, Stown. That's brilliant work. He knew he was cooked. He knew he'd die one way or the other, but he used it to convert a 3rd. Close quarters open from Stown, and he's passed with flying colors to put the 12th on the board for Heroic. Lovely stuff. I'm impressed.
Did you guys in school used to insult each other by calling them each other pinheads?
I think, yeah, it was like thrown around.
Because when you said it just then, it took me back to high school when I used to get bullied.
Pinhead.
You bloody pinhead.
It kind of hurts.
Yeah, well, it just means I don't have a small head. I got a large cube of a head. Good stuff there from Stown. Yeah, you bang on. He was going to go down to that molly, and it held AZ at bay for a little bit longer. So even if he didn't get that kill,
when you're standing in the molly and some dude's jiggling you, like you have to have a very steady hand.
Close your ears.
Yeah, dude, I'd be getting so much of an anxiety attack. But here's Stown, quite the opposite of it. Takes more initiative, more aggression as he edges ever closer to the 2-0 he so desires. Tech 9s, Mac 10s, half by. And it's a charge into the Borup, who just gets it full flash. No issue. Finally, the frag comes in. MSL into the site, needs another. And that's the frag he was hoping for. Stown's gone. If the spray's bad, it's of course not. Testis has the control necessary. He overcomes what could have been a bit of a sketchy situation given the buy. But now North will come in with everything. So 13 secured. Borup and Testis getting the credit there, as it is just a bit of a messy AK unload to finish things off.
Okay, North, they need a round.
Where do you take that T-Orp to find a pick? Ramp?
Oh, where's he spawned
Yard?
for right now? It looks like he's middle of the pack, so unfortunately he can't go first towards Squeaky Door unless they part ways for him. It looks like it will be towards Yard. And it's hard to find fights. Cadian is there, so we might even get a heads-up duel. And this would be great for MSL for confidence to win one of these. 18 kills for him now. Nade on the back of the head and, oh, flashed off the line. Cadian will have to reconsider. Doesn't look like he wants to re-peek into that angle. He's opted to take more of a passive view, and we can see here just a slither gap as they cross towards T-Red. With MSL is the bomb, so if he goes down, which he has, they'll need to retrieve that bad boy and need to be careful about it. So this is good stuff. They were aware that there was an AWP. They used their nades together, and that's teamwork, making the dream work as Heroic find the opening in round number 24.
I do always think it's interesting when you see players with other players' signatures on their weapon.
Someone has a Stewie
yeah,
well,
Testis is a fan of Stewie.
Okay.
But I've noticed that Lekra has actually got Breezy stickers on his AK-47.
Ooh.
Which is cool. The retro Dignitas, of course, throwback from MSL Dorp, but that's Cajun Core, and Lekro does get the necessary trades, so he's been getting the better of them. The timing from Borup. Hi, I'd like lobby control, please, and he takes 3 frags to demand it. Just like that, 14's found, and Heroic definitely getting into the swing of things on this defense. I mean, you could frame it 2 ways. Heroic locking him out, or North posting just 1 round on this T side of Nuke. It seemed convincing. You know, we got 9 to 6 half. Heroic finding 6 on the T side, and Gade truly, I mean, he's practically doing stress control yoga there.
Isn't the 1 round that they've picked up here on this T side that low buy?
Bomb explosion.
Yeah, so I thought that was
when they planted lower.
Yeah, Gade had the AK,
You're
MSL had the Deagle, they went into the lower bomb site. So when you consider that, when you consider the only round has come from, I don't want to say a fluke, right? But those kind of low buy rounds, you don't see them converted as often as full gun rounds. That means that North haven't been able to establish any real patterns. They haven't been forcing or playing with the rotations of Heroic. They had their money close to breaking point at one stage in this game. But all in all, Heroic are doing a great job of erecting a CT-sided wall here. They're just 2 rounds away from closing this one up in 2-0 fashion. And just to keep everybody in the loop right now of what's going on, Vitality are 1 round away from closing the game down against Mad Lions and securing themselves as the 4th team into the playoffs. That'll be the conclusion of Group A. And Nevera, he's leading the charge, so filling those big shoes that Shock's left from Nuke very well. Nice deep smoke there. That's going to hold North back even deeper towards lobby as Cajun's been able to use the guise of the yard smokes to get down towards secret, but in towards top they go. Or is it a ramp fake? It's a pivot.
Yeah, he hits his jump mouse wheel, but he still gets both of them. The nade could do more. MSL runs through the Molotov and doubles up. Finally, he could get another. It's not enough for North. Cajun, he was the secret player, but he's made a sound cue now. I'm not sure if Stan will have translated that information. It's likely been heard. Seems like he's on the flank. Yeah, okay. So Heroic seal the deal. That's 15, and North continue to have a nightmare unraveling it before their very eyes here.
This is something that I didn't note coming into today's game, was that I believe Heroic have had a bit of off time recently. They haven't played an official in a week. And if you look at their run since coming back from the player break, they've played almost every day. They've been in tournament after tournament. They started with DreamHack Open Summer. Obviously, they won ESL 1 Cologne. Then they were in Pro League. Then they were in IEM New York. Then they were in DreamHack Open Fall. Now they're here in IEM Beijing. And they had about 7 or 8 days between a little online qualifier they were playing for Blast and this event. So they've actually looked a little bit rusty.
What? A bit of a miscall, I think. Stown's trying to pick up the pieces, but the whole squad's down there. And MSL's pushing into the vents. They're flooding into the site. This is very overwhelming. Testis already goes down, and another from Gade. That's the kind of fragging power we needed to see.
That was a weird round.
Yep. I mean, I'm assuming Nico was operating at a completely different assumption. You wouldn't be turning that corner at that stage in the game if you didn't.
We don't have throwing knives in this game.
Cadian heading off to T-spawn to save.
Yeah, and it's a necessary save. You can see Tessus there. He's operating with 1,650 and 1,300 for Nico. Stown will have enough to buy. Katie and Nabarup can drop. So it all works out. It all checks out. And this is going to continue the slew of maps for Heroic against North in 2020. We started off the show by mentioning North have only won a single map against the Heroic organization this year. So what are we looking at here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 maps on the trot. Make it 10 with the first one of this series. This will be 11 straight for Heroic. Quite the record to hold over any team. As Nico bounding around the corner, gets a rude shot. And they'll pick up another round. So,
Oh, they're lower.
Yeah. He was very surprised with that one. So I'm not sure what the communication looked like.
Lower, what the?
But that one there caught him off guard, and obviously so. 27 on the board, or round 27 as it were. Let's see, North, do you have anything left in the tank? Still those 5 AKs, no AWP for MSL. Didn't go so well for him last time. And into top they go. AZ's got the opening this time.
Oh, Stown does very well to make it a competitive round, but Gade continues in the multi-kill way. Now, Molly does mean that that heaven position kind of holds no weight. The nade is good. Gade down to 27 before and as the smokes fade. Bomb likely to be planted now by the aforementioned Gade. Tessa's working on heaven. Fake. More time for Nico to ply his trade. And Lekro holding the smoke push. Seems good for North.
Yeah, this could be overtime, realistically, because right now, sure, this is only the 12th round for North, but the problem for Heroic is the cash. Now, Tessus needs to get away with this to at least carry something potent through to the next round of play. But that was very quick stuff. AZ straight out the hut with that opening. They were able to put pressure on the top side through Gade. Cadian trying to make a bit of a play before they got locked out. He gets found, he gets caught by Gade as well. And we just caught that Lekro kill. So it is just Tessus. He's changed his position over towards ramp now. Won't be saving towards CT spawn. And when we look at the finances, it's going to be only 1,900 as the loss bonus for Heroic. Cadian will have enough to purchase. Down as well. Tessus can drop a Famous. And that means Borup could buy himself in with an MP9. Or the other option is be conservative. Take a save. Oh, never mind. They've already bought the AWP. Was going to start painting multiple different pictures, but at this point, if Heroic buy into this one and they all in, Cadian's actually dropping over a Famous, so they can make this round for all 5 members look dangerous. It's going to be a shotgun for Borup instead. We saw what Cajun was able to do over towards Hut with that in a couple of rounds. If they don't win this, it's only 2,400. Meaning for 14 North, it will probably be the save of Heroic, and then 2,900 to get them a gun round for the final round of play. Let's see if they can stop them here in their tracks. Lekro lining up the close smoke. Easy one to throw. Aid's going to do a big chunk of damage.
Oh.
3 players copying that one straight down the top pocket.
Yeah. I've been really enjoying the way Stown's been performing, covering multiple bases. His awareness is unparalleled. He needs to be smoked off. Lots of smoke. Different smokes. And AZ catching Stown. Oh, Tessus! He's so vulnerable. The spray practically finished him off. He gets down to 15 and lucky to get away. And now the info. AZ's got so much info. To hell, he says. Bomb is on red container. Cajun parked in lobby. Gade descending. This is going to be a weird round. I'll let Chad try and piece this one together.
This is going to stall out for a little while here because North are in no rush.
They've left the bomb.
Yeah, they can just kind of wait and pause for probably another 10 seconds before they need to make a decision. Cajun can pincer late through top or deal with the vent rotation.
He's going up. Could indicate a top site finish. Cajun calling that the lobby control is minimal.
Maybe they go vent to top. There's 30 seconds. It depends on the resistance of Nico here. They're so split up. This is scary. Real scary.
Oh, he wasn't ready for that. Nico goes down. They'll go lower now. Bombs on the back of one. AZ catches the rotate of Tessus. Perfect stuff. North
Saving.
getting the bomb down and another save call made. This is the double AWPs. You have to keep hold of both of them.
Oof, okay, getting very dicey now for Heroic. The fact that they save both AWPs and carry them through into the next round of play means we might see them force in behind this, and that means if they get washed out in the next round as well. They're not going to be operating with anything, and we might be seeing ourselves go to overtime. But these AWPs were key. Previously, we saw Stown being able to make it work. He's been having a bit of a game, but this is well handled by North, and I think that, unfortunately, MSL, his nightmares might be realized in this series. He didn't want it to be close, but no cigar, and again, closed on both maps. They're still in this one. There still is a chance, but I just have that feeling we still have a magic moment up the sleeve of Heroic. One of their individuals is going to pop off with something nutty. We always see it. Nico just getting the timing wrong. Both players turning their attention to the stairwell, and this was good positioning from AZ. 25 kills for him now, having a big performance alongside of the in-game leader MSL. They have 45 combined. It's down on 29. Oof. One away from 30. He might get it now that he's been gifted that secondary AWP.
Give it to the man. Cadian's been very quiet on his CT AWP, so let's down, get his business started.
Uh-oh.
Very fast.
Uh-oh.
That's what are you made of, my man?
There's two here. It's Nico as well on the MP9. Perfect weapon.
On crossfire.
3 here.
Oh, the shotgun! It's the perfect weapon! For a best 2. A cash injection of 1800 and a real shot at closing out Nuke. MSL, Molotov, they might not be expecting him close, but the smoke practically secures it, and they've got the bomb on the other side of the smoke, Chad. Down, working his way to control Secret. Lekro, the yard player, but bomb is on ramp.
Lekro's going to get timing here, surely.
Oh, no. He hasn't spotted him main.
Might get him now.
Lekro takes him down, gets the timing. It's huge. Cadian wants to try and finish off the job. He will be peeking into a Lekro, hiding at the moment. A re-smoke again. This bomb will not be yours. But now there's a potential for the flank as well. It makes it even more sketchy for the CTs. Lekro's working on twisting the thumb screws.
This is really scary.
It's not fun, is it? Now it's the T-smoke on the bomb. And a great spray. Chips MSL down to 24. Does reload. There's Lekro spotted on the push. Tucks in. Nico knows that bomb still hasn't been retrieved. Cadian catches Lekro. It's over. They've done it. They dig themselves out of trouble just in the nick of time. Heroic.